Hello YouTube, and this is a speed art video drawing the Toon Boom Japan character Tomo. Now I was going to create a character design session like I did with Flash. Video is in the card if you want to see that. But this was until I found out there was an official design, hell yeah, so I went with that instead. I wanted to make the design slightly more cutesy, so I made the artwork look really happy and used some of those generic cliches of a cutesy character. A recommendation from me is to sketch on different layers. This means that if you draw something you don't like, it's easier to either delete it or scale it. I do that with a hair fringe because it looks dreadful to begin with. Anatomy is extremely useful to learn, so make sure your image actually looks natural. I know in the Adobe Flash video, the eyes are a little bit off. Oh well, too late now. Be sure to keep previewing the sketch in its entirety to make sure it all looks good put together, then make the appropriate changes. I can't say much about clothing to be fair, except to try and follow the contours of the body for the clothing creases. I'm not that great at drawing clothes on characters, so... Just keep trying until you get it right, don't give up and stay motivated. Yeah, motivational speeches from this channel, what more could you want? About at this point, I send it to a few people for feedback and make any relevant changes I need. And now for something completely different. As you can see, I'm going into my node view and I am making everything look nice in the node view, so I create a new composite and just call it sketch composite. I drag everything into there so everything's nice and neat. This was drawn in Harmony 14, so I lack all of the node cleanup features. Then I can get on to actually drawing the character, so back to your regular scheduled programming. So if you know about Toon Boom Harmony, you know it has no bitmaps moving. This means that if you draw a line and your hand jitters, then the line's going to jitter as well. I tried using a piece of software called Lazy Nizumi for this, but it does not seem to like Toon Boom Harmony. I'm not sure why, but... So I just split up the lines instead. That seemed to work just as well. You can see the order of the lines I'm drawing are a bit all over the place. I'm drawing whichever lines are easiest to draw. Now, that's not ideal, but it doesn't really matter as long as your drawing turns out well in the end. You can see I'm drawing most of the things on one layer, but the face and the hair accessories on a different layer. It doesn't matter whether you do it all on one layer or not, sometimes it just depends on what's easier. Having one layer is easier to manage, but sometimes it's easier to have an overlay instead. If you look at the colours as I'm drawing them in, that's a dumb way to do it. So I have a card in the top right corner which shows you how to do it properly. Wow! So now it's just doing the colour of the image. It's not ideal to have to go through and do it. I wish it was automated, but there we go. Then we go through and do shading. I'm doing the shading on the colour layer. Now, that's not how it's designed to be used, but oh well. So I do the colour on the underlay layer, the shading on the colour layer, and the line work on the line work layer. You have to enable the underlay layer by going into your preferences in Toon Boom Harmony. And adding a few nodes, just setting up the node view, making it all neat, and there we go. I fixed the hand and we're done. There's the final design. You can find the full image in the description down below. Until next time, I'll see you later.